like
costumes are so big
our
that you think we're
costumes
going
were
to be on
so
fire.
big. I had so many sleeves and whatever in my hair, and I was sure that something was going to catch on fire.
It's a Robert Eggers movie, so of course the production design and everything about it to bring you into that world is so rich for you as actors. I'm guessing that must be such an immersive experience. It's kind of like live theatre, just in this amazing world.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Robert has, creates this environment which is full of like rich artifacts and the Hardings' home was this amazing sort of almost like a museum of like
a lot of trinkets.
Yeah, these beautiful pieces of furniture that were, some of them were actually 17th century, pieces and things like that. So it was amazing. He goes to far lengths to make everything feel as authentic as possible.
Yeah.
Did it make you a bit worried, or was that surrounded by potentially these priceless 17th century things?
I'm not worried. There was one day, do you remember we were filming a scene where everyone's discussing Ellen's condition in a hall, and there was this huge Christmas tree, and they lit the whole thing with actual candles. And it was so like...
Our costumes are so big
Our
that you think we're
costumes
going to
were
be on
so
fire.
big. I had so many sleeves and whatever in my hair, and I was sure that something was going to catch on fire. But no, otherwise it's only additive. It's great.
Yeah, and I feel centering Ellen's story, like this is faithful to Nosferatu and the Dracula story as well, but it kind of makes it feel modern because it's centered Ellen and the reactions to characters like that back in the day. So did that come across in the script for you guys? Is that what makes it different in some ways?
Yeah, I think because they centre Ellen's experience, and it sort of, as the story goes along, it sort of centres this, this woman who's not being believed, whose experiences are not being believed, and who ultimately has to make this huge sacrifice that is very isolating for her in order to save humanity. And I think that the way that Rob approaches that is very modern, as you say. Yeah,
definitely. And I love how the marketing has kept Bill's transformation out of everything. So it's going to be a surprise when everyone goes to see this over Christmas, if they want to see a gothic horror film over Christmas, but why wouldn't you? For you, did you have the expectation of what he was going to look like, and then when you actually ended up seeing him on set?
No, I didn't have any expectation, but I know that him and Robert worked for they've been attached to this for many years, but the prosthetic process, I think, happened a good year or two before. Bill, there's not even an ounce of Bill in this movie, so to kind of hold him back makes sense because no one's going to know till they read the credits, which is amazing. He's one of those brilliant actors who definitely immerses himself into a character that is he's very transformed into a very spooky. I mean, he's terrifying.
terrifying.
Yeah, I feel like unrecognisable is overused in today's media industry, but he genuinely there's not
feel
even
like he's
a
always
little bit in
kind
the
of
eyes
unrecognisable.
sometimes when there's a close up,
Yeah.
but otherwise it's just so.
Yeah.
The prosthetics are incredible.
And I also think it's definitely a film that you want to see at Christmas, not for the fact that it's in any way themed in that way, but I think it's the thing about Christmas and holidays is that you definitely want to watch great movies.
Yeah.
And I think this is one of those beautiful masterpieces that
And it's an experience.
An experience, yeah. So it's kind of like the best thing to put on. It's one of those things.
Yeah, definitely. And part of that realism is Robert's been already talking about having 5,000 rats on set. And again, spoilers, the Hardings have a very memorable scene involving the rats.
Yeah.
I had pet rats. I love pet rats. But
really?
I don't imagine it was a great experience for you guys.
No. I had
them all.
I had 20 or so of them on my chest, which was not the best experience, but it was fun.
It's the one time you're like, maybe Robert, just use a bit of VFX, you know,
CGI.
does it look CGI? It's fine.